Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Balaji Chandrasekharan. Now I will be discussing few examples of using Java streams. The code employeelist.stream.count method is used to count the number of elements in the stream created from the employees list. Let us break it down. Employeelist.stream creates a sequential stream and the parallel stream method created a parallel stream from the employees list. Each element of the stream will be processed sequentially or in parallel as per the created stream by the subsequent operations. The parallel operation is an intermediate operation which converts the sequential stream into a parallel stream. Parallel stream allows elements to be processed concurrently by multiple threads, potentially improving the performance for large datasets. The count operation is a terminal operation that counts the number of elements in the stream. It returns a long value representing the count of elements in the stream. The collector operation is a terminal operation that collects the elements of the stream into a result. In this case, the collectors dot counting collector is used, which accumulates the count of the elements in the stream. Either way, the result from count or collectors counting both returns the same result. This example is used to find the youngest and oldest male employee working in the sports department using the Streams API. I start by creating a Stream instance from the employees list using this stream method. This allows me to operate on the elements of the list in a functional manner. The parallel method is an intermediate operation which converts the sequential stream into a parallel stream. The parallel streams allows elements to be processed concurrently by multiple threads, potentially improving the performance for large datasets. I applied two filter methods which are the intermediate operations on this stream. The first filter method takes a predicate to filter the male employees. The second filter operation takes a predicate to filter the sports department employees from the previous team data, thus acting as a chain of operations. The filter operations returns a new stream containing only the elements that satisfy the given predicates. The min and max methods are terminal operations used in Java streams to find the minimum and maximum element of a stream based on the provided comparator. Here it finds the youngest and oldest employees respectively. The comparing it method is a static method in the comparator interface introduced in Java 8. It takes a function as an argument that extracts an integer value from the elements being compared. The employee colon colon getAge is a method reference to the getAge method of the employee class, which returns the age of an employee. The min and max methods then uses the comparator to find the minimum and maximum element of the stream respectively. It returns an optional object containing the minimum and maximum element if the stream is non-empty, or an empty optional object if the stream is empty. In these two examples, we use the reduce method as a terminal operation. In the first example, the reduce operation takes three parameters. Here, the first parameter takes the initial value of the reduction, also known as the identity. In this case, it is a double value of 0. The second parameter is the accumulator function. It takes two parameters, the partial result accumulator so far in partial result variable and the current element of the stream, that is the employee object. It adds the salary of the current salary to the partial result. The third parameter, double colon colon sum, is a combiner function used in parallel reduction. It combines the parallel results from different threads when processing the stream in parallel. In this case, it's the method reference to the double dot sum method, which adds two double values together. Overall, this code calculates the total salary of all the employees in the stream by summing up their salaries. It does this in parallel, potentially leveraging multiple CPU cores for improved performance. In the second example, I performs again a reduction operation on the stream of employees to calculate the total salary of all the employees. The mapToDouble method is an intermediate operation, applies the getSalary method reference to each employee in the stream, converting the stream of employee objects into a double stream containing the salaries of each employee. The reduce method is the reduction and terminal operation. It takes two parameters. Here, the first parameter is the initial value of the reduction, also known as the identity. In this case, it is a double of 0. The second parameter is the accumulator function. It takes two parameters, the partial result accumulated so far in the partial result variable and the current element of the stream, that is the EMP salary variable. It adds the employee salary to the partial result, effectively summing up all the salaries. This code calculates the summary statistics on the prices of the employees in the stream. The collect terminal operation collects the statistics, especially the summary statistics on the salaries of the employees in the stream. It uses the summarizing double method in the collectors utility class, which returns a double summary statistics objects containing the statistics such as count, sum, min, max, and average of the salaries of the employees in the stream. Overall, this code calculates the summary statistics on the salary of the employees in the stream in parallel, potentially leveraging the multiple CPU cores for improved performance. The given code snippets uses the grouping by and counting methods in the collectors utility class. The first code snippet processes an input string by removing the white space characters, splitting it into individual characters, and then counting the occurrences of each character. Let us break it down step by step. The replace all method is used here to remove all the white space characters from the input string variable. The split method splits the modified input string into an array of individual characters using the empty string as the delimiter, ensures that each character is treated as the separate element. The stream method in the arrays class creates a stream from the array of individual characters obtained in the previous step. The collect operation is a terminal operation that collects the elements of the stream into a result. In this case, it collects the characters and their respective counts into a map object of character keys and long values. The grouping by collector method groups the elements of the stream by their identity, that is, the characters themselves, and counts the occurrences of each character. It produces a map where the keys are the unique characters and the values are the counts of occurrences of each character. Overall, this code snippet transforms an input string by removing the white spaces, splitting it into individual characters, and then counts the occurrences of each character, producing a map of string characters and their counts. The second code snippet processes a stream of employees in parallel, grouping them by their gender and counting the number of employees in each gender. Let us break it down step by step. The collect operation is a terminal operation that collects the elements of the stream into a result. In this case, it collects the employees into a map object with the string keys and long values. The collector groups the elements of the stream by a classifier function, that is employee colon colon get gender method reference, which returns the gender of each employee. It then counts the occurrences of each gender using the counting method of the downstream collector. This produces a map where the keys are the gender of the employees and the values are the count of employees in each gender. Overall, this code snippet groups the employees by their gender in parallel and counts the number of employees in each gender, resulting in a map of employee genders as keys and their respective counts as values. With this, we came to the end of the session. Thanks for watching my video.